Less than 5 hours from Bangkok. Stunning scenery, fantastic beaches, unbelievable seafood. We're so glad we didn't skip Koh Samet. But when we first arrived, we thought we'd made a huge mistake.
You watch like YouTube content about Koh Samet and it's all like, oh, this sort of like quiet paradise island.
Hidden gem almost.
It is not a hidden gem. There are a lot of tourists here in the northern part.
We left Ekarmai bus terminal in Bangkok at 8 a.m. on a minibus to Ban Phai Pier on the Rayong coast, where we'd get a speedboat over to Koh Samet.
We finally made it. This is our room in Sai Kaew Boutique. It's 12:30 now. We got on that bus at 8. It set off at 8:15, didn't it?
Yeah. So 4.5 hours.
When you get to the pier, the pier office, it's kind of chaotic, and like someone writes you or scrawls you a ticket, and they take you down to the pier, and
it is what it is.
Yeah. Look, some sort of sea view there. It's like 1 million people down there. It's very busy.
So we've just arrived in Koh Samet town.
This is one of the covered over food courts here.
Yeah, so there's a lot of places to eat and it's busy. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of song towers going around. They're like the sort of big communal taxis. Noisy, it's busy. There must be like 20 jet skis, 30 jet skis, like just like moored there. And like, I know like we came in this with our eyes open. Like we're planning on like going and exploring the beach in the south and doing our own thing. But don't imagine you're going to come here and find like Gokkud or something, because you're not. It's not that at all. It's a well-known, well-trodden island with like a very well-developed tourist industry.
And something else that we'd heard watching other videos previously was that this is like sort of like a really Thai island, like the Thais come here on holiday. Well, I spoke to the Songtao driver and he's like, no, it's for the Chinese. Like he said, Thai tourists Nit Noi. Nit Noi means hardly any.
Comes. Sorry.
This is our first Pad Krapao for a little while. It's one of our go-tos when we're like in a place where we're not really sure what the food quality is going to be like.
Auntie, this one's massive. Does a good job of cooking the egg.
Yeah, and the portion's massive as well for like 80 baht. Can't complain at all. We got some tom Thai. They asked us if we want 1 or 2 chilies, so we're going for 2. Wow, this has just arrived, massive. She had like a portion like on the menu. That was $2.50, and now we got the half portion, but it's huge. Yeah, good. It's tender and succulent. This dipping sauce is really nice and spicy too.
My bit wasn't tender and succulent. It was wobbly and crunchy.
Haha. You got a good bit. He starts to pick out all the good wobbly bits now, haven't you? Alright, I'm going in for the Pad Krapao.
Yeah, you've got some competition with those bits now.
Pad Krapao is good. It is actually spicy, which is great because we asked for it spicy. And it's very well seasoned, as often is. Very nice.
Well seasoned, but she hasn't killed it with salt like we found sometimes.
No.
Quite a lot of basil flavour coming through.
Yeah. Very good.
This is the unit that we ate in. Just look for the clouds of smoke rising from the front.
The green tables and chairs.
Yeah, the green furniture is the one to go for.
There's only like about 3 or 4 tables.
Yeah.
Wadika. Morning, so we are on our tour of the island on the bike. This is like the southernmost tip.
So about 20 minutes to get here on the bike from the main town where we're staying. Nothing's far on Koh Samet, it's a very small island. But you have a binary choice here, sunrise viewpoint or sunset. So east facing, west facing basically. We're going to go and check out the sunrise viewpoint first. There's a few other people here, but not really many. Like when you get a few kilometers outside the main town, like it starts to feel very different, doesn't it? It's like, starts to feel more like the undiscovered island.
Less like the tour package that the town.
Starts to feel more like the undiscovered island that Instagram sells you rather than the mass tourism that exists in the north of the island.
Mainly centred next door to our hotel.
So this is the sunrise viewpoint. You can see in the distance there the walkway, and that goes to the sunset viewpoint. So judging by the people clambering over the top, you can get from one to the other. Yeah, it's pretty scenic. You got a little island out there.
Pan Island.
Shan Island, apparently.
About 1.2 kilometers away. It says.
1.2 kilometers. Like, if to look at it, you'd swear you could swim there, but you really couldn't.
Quite a strong current going across.
Yeah, I don't think that would go well. Yeah, and we walked around the viewpoint. Here's the view from the bottom. Really nice breeze down here. A lot cooler than it was up on the rocks where those guys are just now. So look around here. Thought the sunrise viewpoint links up to the sunset one via a little trail. It's easy to convince yourself you're miles away from everywhere when you're here, but in reality, this is another viewpoint near the main car park. For me, like, if you want to come here for sunset, this should be absolutely perfect. Pretty much straight west facing, uninterrupted view with the cliffs off to the side. Yeah. Nice. Just about 3 minutes from the southern tip, we saw what looked like a really nice beach on Google Maps, Ao Q. But actually it's been like completely taken over by like a luxury resort, and you have to pay like 2,000 baht per person if you want to use the facilities here. They've got
facilities, that also means we just want to visit free.
Yeah, you can like use like the bar if you want to pay like £500, 500 baht rather, £500, 500 baht per person. So we've given it a miss and we'll go somewhere else, which is a shame because it did look like it was a nice beach on the map.
Okay, so we finally got on to a beach. This is Ao Wai.
Without paying 2,000 baht per person.
But there are still signs saying this is only for people who use facilities such as room, dining, store.
Which is absolute bullshit.
But anyway, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here, stop ranting.
Just ignore those signs when you see them. These guys aren't paying a private security firm to enforce it, like the previous resort. Yeah.
But what I would say is, like, it's a nice beach. I'm going to show you. But beyond here and there, it's quite narrow because the tide has just retreated. Like, really nice beach, nice sand. But down there, it's actually packed.
Yeah.
So, because this is like a resort behind us, there's accommodation like bungalows.
Look backing right onto the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like quite a big restaurant on the beach. And just what we would say is like basically like what John said, all these influencers that come here in the off season and go on about how like Koh Samet is some sort of like hidden gem paradise with no one in the south. This is the south. This is January, what date are we now?
The end of January.
End of January. Don't know what day it is. Chinese New Year. Happy New Year, by the way. Gong Yu Fa Choi. Yeah, it's not like this in peak season. It's busy.
It's all pretty easy to get around on a scooter as well, although don't buy the low-powered one. Don't get a 125. We did see some people who had fallen victim to that.
Now, if you're going to drive all the way down to the bottom tip, you're going to need like a slightly better bike. Unless like you don't weigh anything, in which case you'll be fine. But like, yeah, we do weigh something, quite a lot. Okay, bye. Quick pit stop at Ao Wai. Having a quick beer and something to eat. It's an interesting pirates bar here, Rock Café. We're still hunting for a good beach, have a sit down on. Unfortunately, this isn't it because tide's really high today, so it's all like everything's completely wet. So probably be all right for a swim. The sea's a little bit rough today, but there's no lying on the beach at the moment.
No, definitely not.
But this place has got quite a nice vibe. It's like quite sort of chilled and more authentic than the old sort of big old resorts that seem to be everywhere. It's like sort of older bungalows, a bit more sort of indie, I suppose.
Yeah, different type of tourist as well.
Yeah, not like the sort of generic package tourists that were on the last beach.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything against generic packages.
Like, definitely not. Like, knock yourselves out, guys. But like, it's not really my kind of vibe. This is much better. Like, got the pirate bar playing the rock music and stuff. 70 baht for a chang as well. I can't really say fairer than that.
Yeah. Kopi makan. There we go. Somtam.
Look at that.
There again. Eat plenty of salad on this trip, don't we? couple of chicken skewers, bag of sticky rice. Jobs are good.
You don't get a body like this from dodging south.
You can try a bit, see if it's killer hot.
Well, I can see some chili in it, which is a good start. So let's avoid that now and see what the overall dish tastes like. I can taste it. There's a lot of peppery flavour in there.
Yeah. Somtam, not the first, and definitely won't be the last.
It's got heat to it. By the end, it's going to seem really hot, and I reckon if you eat the actual bits of chili, they will blow your socks off.
Oh well, that's what the rice is for.
But
be
good.
fine.
I wouldn't say it was pet mat. I'd say it was pet.
Just pet.
Yeah.
Just pet is fine. Okay. Bye now.
On the whole, for a holiday island, we've eaten well. Every meal that we've had, I think, has been like tasty. Like we've eaten some good food. Even the pad thai that I had wasn't shit. You know, like which is saying something.
The worst thing we had were the chicken skewers, which turned out to be like chicken asses.
Oh yeah, the raw chicken arse skewers. Yeah,
So like the fat wasn't fully cooked out and rendered, and they were like chicken asses. We didn't know at the time, but then I was like,
she's not joking. They are actually like the Parsons nose, as it's known in the UK.
Yeah. But they were on skewer and they were like glazed with like marinades. You couldn't tell what they were. She was like, yeah, chicken. And the thing is, when I was biting into it, I was like, this isn't really fully cooked enough for me. Like, if I'm going to eat chicken ass, it needs to be nice and crispy.
I'm with you. I like my ass well done.
Anyway, your dog ate the chicken asses. They didn't go to waste. But anyway, besides the chicken ass, everything else would be good.
Yeah. And the chicken arse probably cost about 30 baht anyway, so like probably less. They were served with a nice papaya salad and some sticky rice and a nice cold chang. So
anyway, let's stop talking about chicken ass and let's have a go at this.
This is our Chor Beach, and yeah, it's a nice powdery white sand beach, but very built up. Like restaurants behind, bars, resorts, and a lot of the beachfront accommodations taken up by loungers. But there is a nice amount of shade. The sun looks nice, and the sea's a little bit more tranquil here than some of the other beaches we've been to.
Look at this. Finally found a beach that wasn't massively overcrowded and has a bit of dry sand that we can sit on.
Yes.
It's only 10 to 3. It's only taken about 3.5 hours on like an island that takes 20 minutes to drive from one end to the other. But yeah, we found it. So this is
Nuan.
Nuan. We actually we left our Chor and drove to get to Nuan, but then followed the road which took us to like the far end, like the north side of our Chor. Yeah. And from there sort of walked down some rocks. The rocks that are behind over here.
We entered the trail from just behind where the Rasta bar is.
Yeah, there's a sign that says next beach, go up the hill.
Yeah, look for the Jamaican flags and a distinctive aroma and you'll find the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Job's good.
I mean, you can't like look at the setting to like, eat something.
No. Right, I'm gonna finish my jackfruit and go for a dip. Bye. Dinner time again.
Yeah, I got a giant Leo. That's right. The back speed packed up when we're out for dinner.
Yeah.
Very early.
Second time lucky yesterday.
What time is it tonight?
5 p.m. we got it just after 5 because like last night we came here at about 7 and they had like 17 people in the queue. 17 tables ahead of us. Yeah. So early bird catches the seafood worm. Mm-hmm. Morning Glory came first.
This is Nana Seafood.
Ning's.
Sorry, Nana. Yeah.
Ning, Nana.
I'll edit that bit out, but if not, you can laugh at me.
Yeah, Ning Seafood. The most popular seafood joint on the strip. It's very home style, sort of someone's garage.
Rustic, yeah.
Yeah.
When I originally saw it on Google, I was expecting something like quite sort of village, like a bit like the sort of like the fisherman's village like place that we went to in Gorkud.
Hey, the only thing polished about this place is the price list. But anyway, it's here to suit the Chinese purse.
Yeah.
The head waiter speaks pretty good Mandarin from what I can tell.
All the seafood's live, so like, yeah, if you got any worries about that, don't.
Yeah. Right. So the curry crab is here. I think they said horseshoe crab on the menu. Looks like quite a decent portion for like half kilo to be fair.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Let's try a bit of this gravy. This looks good. Very nice. Detects a bit of MSG in there as well, which is never a bad thing.
Yeah, don't believe what you've read.
MSG is like make stuff good, isn't that what it stands for? Yeah.
In reality, we're going to be in here for the next hour and a half eating it. Well, that's just what it is.
Crab meat's really nice. It's really sweet and succulent. They've done a really good job cooking it.
Yeah.
Look at white, flaky,
Yeah.
delicious. Look at that.
Scallops are just right as well. Different kind of like queenie scallops, basically.
Yeah, your dad's favorite.
Grilled. Oh, my dad would be absolutely loving this. Not so much that, but this, yes. He would be one for that.
Also funky though.
That is. I don't know how much we're going to end up paying for this, but that is a good portion.
I'm gonna take one. I know your Insta photo is gonna suffer, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for it.
I'll
What I like with scallops served this way is that it's the whole thing. Because a lot of times they take the roe away, and especially with like Western food, and I wonder why. Because it's like delicious. I don't know.
Yeah, it's always good to see them serving the coral on because it's got really good flavour as well.
I'd say because we're in Asia, butter is not quite butter. There is a little bit of a flavour there. So obviously they would have been better if it was just like grilled neutral, but I mean they're so delicious. Really good.
Well, we've now finished our seafood feast and we're on our way home to scrub up because when you've eaten like curry crab like that, like you just if you don't feel like you need a shower, you haven't done it right. You know what I mean?
It's all over me.
It's all over your hands, it's all over your face. Like, it's probably splashed all down your front. It certainly is in my case. And like, I am not sorry about that at all.
Yeah,
how much did that meal cost?
1,020. That's like £24.
£24. What's that in dollars? Like,
I don't know.
yeah, like £24. That is nothing. And possibly the most satisfying meal we've had so far on the trip.
Yes, it's got to be the top restaurant in this island, definitely.
Oh
Without
yeah,
doubt.
like definitely. If you come
I'm
to
coming back tomorrow.
If you come back to Koh Samet, you cannot get into that restaurant without an hour or 2 hour wait.
Morning. We took a walk out of town towards the North Beach, but like Ao Noi. Not sure.
Yeah. We'll leave a link in the description anyway. It's all the beach we visit.
Yeah, it's one of the slightly bigger beaches along the north coast.
Yeah, it looks impressive when you look at it on maps. And we read some blogs that were like the forgotten North Coast and stuff, and like
Quiet Beach. Yeah.
Quiet Beach, like recommending to come here.
Oh, it's quiet, all right.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to show you. It's like definitely the dirtiest beach we've seen, like on Koh Samet.
Well, half of the backside is construction site.
There's a lot of trash. There's some like very unusual coloured slicks in the water, so
some sort of orange scum on top of the water.
Yeah.
Because when we first got out here, I said the water looks nice. Let's stop for a swim. But when we saw the orange bits of scars.
Yeah, there's trash here and everywhere. And then there's this construction, this massive, ugly-ass resort like right behind it.
The weirdest thing is, when we walked here, there's like loads of like accommodation along the way, but there's like no beach for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some people trying to go around the corner there to see if there's anything else. Well, spoiler alert, there isn't.
Well, you said there isn't that though.
I don't think so. I think it just stops here. Yeah. So
anyway.
half an hour walk from our accommodation, and ultimately a wasted one, but Hey, this is what it is. If you got a scooter and you want to check out the bars or resorts around the same, come, but don't bother walking down to go to the beach. Definitely not worth your while. We're not going in the water here. It looks disgusting. So yeah, we're on somewhere else. We came, so you didn't have to.
Come to check out another beach. This one is called Tub Tim. It's just one beach up from where we were the other day at Nuan. Show you. It's a pretty nice beach again. A lot of people. It's a common theme with Koh Samet at this time of the year. But look at that. Lovely blue water, white sand, tree lined. Developed. There are bungalows there and they're building more. But that's just what it is here. But yeah, really nice beach. If you come in the shoulder season or you come in the wet season, I'm sure you probably have this to yourself. At the moment, there's quite a few people here, but yeah, we're going to go for a swim, a bit of a snorkel around those rocks and see what we find. Yeah, most of the beaches here are really good, but you do lose a lot of the beach when it's high tide, and they are very busy. And the one thing I would criticise them for is allowing too many beds on. It's what we found when we were in the Greek islands. It's what we found when we were in Crete, and it's definitely the case here, which isn't always so in Thailand, but it's the way it is. The name of this place is
Uncle someone. Uncle Todd or something. Tom Todd, I don't know. Anyway, it's like a papaya salad place. Look, papaya salad again.
That's unusual. I know what you're thinking. Like, I haven't seen these bastards eating like this dish at all on this trip, so
We didn't specify paired or not because well, we're traveling tomorrow, so. Chang. Okay, so this is the grilled pork neck. Look at that, glistening. And there's the naughty cat that lives here. Saw it playing with a lizard earlier. Poor lizard. Anyway, the grilled pork neck's arrived. Looks nice and shiny. Try a piece.
try a bit of this lean piece in the middle. It does have a lovely sheen to it, doesn't it? A little bit of fat on the outside there. Nice juice, slightly sweet from marinade.
Yeah, got good sweet glaze on there.
Yeah, that's good.
Really nice in the dipping sauce too.
I didn't even use that, but yeah, I mean, good.
Yeah, nice. This is Koh Samet Beach. If you go from the main town beach, and if you're facing the sea, turn right and walk down, and then you get to this beach, which is marked on Google Maps as Koh Samet Beach. It's all right, not too busy. There's an area where you can put a towel down. Like, other than that, it's all like lounges and umbrellas. The sea's really nice for swimming. The sand is very nice indeed. Look how fine it is. So we did actually manage to find a half decent beach, and it was even like walking distance from where we're staying. Okay, we just walked over to Prao Beach. It takes about 30 minutes from the other side. It's quite an easy walk, no major hills. If you bring the scooter, there's like a sort of guard post halfway down the hill. So you have to park, try and park your bike somewhere that you can easily access it because it gets busy. So you might get like blocked in at some point. The water's really calm here compared to the other side. But they've got like one of those sort of enclosed areas for swimming. But yeah, it's really calm. But yeah, look at the water. This is where we ended up. This is like right at the end of the beach. The tide's been in until like quite recently, so it's mainly still quite far in, so the beach is really narrow. Because it's mainly lined with beds and parasols, there's not a lot of space, but
No.
we found a little space right at the end of the beach near the rocks, so we do a bit of swimming, a bit of snorkeling. Sand is still wet, so just chuck our stuff in the rocks here.
Yeah.
So this is the only beach on the west side as far as we're aware. When you're in the water, it's like a really nice aspect. It's nice wide.
Yeah. This is the kind of beach that would be an absolute stunner like 20 years ago. Like, you can just imagine it with the grass country, the hills and all the trees and clear water, nice bay, pretty calm. Yeah.
Now it's sort of for the privileged.
Right, so we're out for dinner again, and as you may have noticed, we're never shy at revisiting places that we like, and we have revisited the same place we went to last night.
We said we
And if it's good tonight, who knows about tomorrow?
right. So the first dish is grilled shrimp curry.
Yeah.
Is that right? Same kind of chip shop curry sauce flavour, which is nice. And these shrimps look pretty tasty. People start sneezing in here once they start cooking chili.
Yeah.
We noticed that we're quite tolerant compared to some of the others.
It did get me once or twice, but at one point there was a crescendo of sneezing right through the restaurant.
I just heard a lot of them next table were like sneezing, so I guess there's going to be some curry coming soon.
Oh, that could be our black pepper crab. That might
Could
alter.
be, but there was maybe some chili in there, who knows. Anyway, so this grilled shrimp. Yeah, curry sauce is really nice. Sorry you had to see me like sucking the head, but like it's got to be done. You're not sucking the head.
You'll make no apologies for that on this channel.
Okay. So yeah, these are nice and meaty. They've cleaned out the poo line, which is good because a lot of times that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Really nicely cooked. Really clean. No sometimes with like I don't know, prawns or shrimp or whatever you want to call them, you get a kind of like unpleasant flavour, but there's none of that. It's just really clean, firm flesh, but not overcooked, not chewy or anything. It's good.
Yeah, this dish sang to me when I saw it on the menu. It's the dish. So I saw last night. I saw one of the tables next to us get sent this like really nice looking shrimp dish. I think it was chili shrimp, and I thought, oh, they'd be so good with that curry sauce that we've got. And then perusing the menu, it was there. It's like it was meant to be.
Like it was meant to be.
Well, because obviously it was.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a good choice.
The other dishes won't be far behind anyway.
No.
Which is probably a good job because I'm absolutely destroying this large chang. Seem to have got a terrible thirst tonight. All right, and there's the
Black pepper.
black pepper crab.
Yeah.
Ooh, that black pepper gravy.
Oh yeah, that's good.
It looks like it's tasty, yeah.
It's like it's got a lot of umami, and it's full of like cracked black pepper, so it's got that spicy notes to it too. It's very similar to, not like black bean because it doesn't have the fermented black bean flavour, but almost the same kind of saltiness to it.
There's chili in it too, I can see.
Yeah, I think it's going to go really nicely with this too. Oh yeah, that's really good. Yeah, the crab is like, not beat it. Like yesterday when we had crab, these scallops are alright with the scraps.
And when I woke up today, I found like I'd covered myself in it as well. Like I didn't even know. You know what? I didn't even care.
What, you went to bed covered in crab? Is that what you're saying?
No, like when I put on the shorts that I was wearing last night, you're going to do some recycling on these backpacking holidays, right?
And it's only going to the beach.
So I went to the beach covered in crab. There you go.
Taking them back to them.
Exactly. So yeah, we're still waiting for half a pound of squid. Which
Half kilo squid.
half kilo squid. So
Not burn more than glory for it.
we figured you only live once.
Okay, and there's another dish now. This is the grilled squid. And we get like the seafood dipping sauce as well.
Yeah, and we've still got some of the this curry sauce. The shrimp. I'm not always like the biggest like prawn guy, honestly, but like they were like so
Delicious. Really delicious.
That's why I sometimes order prawns even though I don't usually like them. Because when they're like that, they just yeah. And the sauce. I don't know what these bits are in the bottom.
They're the bits of sort of shrimp head.
I don't care what it tastes.
Yeah.
So yeah. I feel like I might dip some of that in there, but I'll just have this one in seafood sauce. Oh look. They have done a good job with that.
It looks like it's got good sort of char marks on it. And like the sort of granddad that like operates the grill section. So they've got like an old guy on your grill section, so I figured he must be good.
Right. Well, Uncle has done a tremendous job. Like you taste the char out, but it's still perfectly soft, really tasty. So good. Oh yeah, you gotta enjoy it.
Yay. No, I haven't got any other like I haven't got my chopsticks out, so I'm just gonna use my fingers here.
Yeah.
Perfectly cooked.
Perfectly cooked. You could not cook it any better than that. You could not be any fresher than that. Anyone that says that squid is like they need to eat this because they eat it more than
Yeah, that's squid done how it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just perfectly grilled. It's not. There's nothing on there. There's maybe like a little salt on there.
There's nothing complicated about it at all.
It's just like grilled fresh squid.
It's cooked perfectly on the grill, presented like.
And some like delicious, like spicy piquant kind of sauce to go with it.
I'm gonna do the hack. I'm gonna take a bit of the squid. I'm gonna put it in.
Stick it in that curry sauce.
Stick in this curry sauce. Now we'll see how. You know what I mean? I'm not having this up with you guys. I'm not going. Can't beat this sort of food. I just can't.
So you're in Koh Samet and you love seafood. There is no way you can miss this restaurant. Even if it means you need to eat at 5 p.m, just come down and eat it. You're not going to regret it.
This restaurant, don't come here expecting fancy seafood restaurant. There isn't even a sink in the toilet. Like,
Don't tell people that.
Bring your own hand wipes. It's
Yeah.
just the way it is. It's just a rustic place. It
Look,
smells like great seafood.
I came ready. Look what I have there. Hand wipes. Yeah, I'm ready this time. All right, I'm going now. I need to eat this food. Bye-bye.
This is the place, guys. Ning Seafood. Been here twice. Absolutely stand out both times. Fantastic value. Really great food. Here's all the fresh seafood. Basically, whatever you want. Look at all the squid back there. Got these aunties here in the wok section. And then over here, the shrimps on the grill, still moving. That's how fresh they are. Don't come here expecting like a fancy seafood restaurant because you won't find it. But if you're looking for some fresh seafood that is really tasty, then you are in the right place. Absolutely knockout.
Morning.
Morning.
We are on the pier, Na Dan Pier, I think it's called, Koh Samet. Waiting for our speedboat transfer back. We booked it with One to Go Asia. It's all a bit sketchy because they don't have like a desk here. When we arrived at the other end, when we got off the bus, this woman basically like chased us off the bus and was like, "You got ticket, you got ticket," and then like gave us a pink ticket, which she ticked for round trip. So she arranged the boat for us, and then like we'd come here. I showed her on the ticket and also on the paperwork it says go to pier number 7. There are 2 boats moored there. I spoke to the guy and then he said you need to phone the number and ticket. And then I guess the woman on the other end is the one that checks you in.
Yeah, it's because 1-2-Go sell multiple operators tickets. So
I guess so.
Yeah, so like if you when you book it, take a screenshot of the information that it gives you. It says like come to pier number 7, gives you the name of the operator that you need to go on for the speedboat and stuff. And then it tells you that their staff will help you find your way onto the correct transfer.
Not really, but yeah.
I'll believe that when I see it.
It's a giant bag of like chicharrones right in front of me. I'm going to show you. I'm really not sure what it's doing, but
Tickets? Sort of
you don't think they're like the
Chinese
bus snacks?
No.
Surely they could spell what?
Tied up.